Hey y'all, welcome back to Timmy Talks. I'm Timmy. Hope you all have had a good week so far. Today is Tuesday, and as you can see, I got some daylight behind me. I am doing better. I am trying to do better with recording and being on time and not working and just being all at work. Um, so what I want to talk to y'all about tonight is a lot of stuff that has been going on around the internet in the last few days or whatever. And it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Um, my take on it is going to be you don't know all of my sins, right? That's fair. And I don't know all of your sins. So when someone falls from grace or sins as the people, we're not God. Like, I've heard different sides of people saying, well, he's getting ahead of it. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. And I am the elephant in the room talking about I think he's just a pastor. Pastor Tony Evans wrote a letter to his church, the elders. They agreed that he stepped down from pastoring their 11,000 member church, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And everybody is going crazy. They're like, oh, what was the sin? What does it matter? What does it matter? Because nobody's around here having you put your sin on the bulletin. And I do understand pastors, bishops, whatever they may call themselves, reverends, are held to a different standard. I get that. I do get that. But they are still human. So my take on it is that if he is getting ahead of it, good for him. Very good for him and his church. Somebody in that church know exactly what it is, but they're not going to say. But whatever it is, all the rigmarole around it is the basis that what did he do? Oh, what did he do? What did he do? I don't know what he did. Whatever he did, the people at that church set him down. I know that. And I think that's amazing. Because when you out of order, you need to sit down. You need to be sit down. So I want to talk to y'all about that and see what you think about. Do you think that a pastor that falls from grace should have to publicly state that he's stepping down, or he just sit down? Because we have pastors that fall from grace and they don't come out and they still don't sit down. So what's the problem? But it is what it ti is, or however they say it. Um, so that was interesting to me. I read one person that was reading up and talking about it. They were saying that like they was making fun of his family. I think that that's wrong because I know his wife died, and when I lived in Dallas, I think I went to that church one time, but I have one of his books. I do have one of his books, and it's a pretty good book. Um, I can't think of what the name of it is, but it's in my bookshelf. It's over there somewhere. I think it may be downstairs. But it was a pretty good book. I read it for with my church, and it was something dealing with a woman. That's all I can really remember off the top of my head. Because it's not a book that I'll say I will read again. Because I didn't read it again. I read it that one time, and that was it. It's just Vaseline. But Plain Kisses was applied earlier, and I was getting a little dry, so I just needed a little Vaseline. So and I'm praying that my mic is on. It's green, so it's on. Um, yeah, so it's like, yeah, like let the man step down in peace, be in his sin in peace, because he did something. Now, I was reading one story where they were saying that it's not calling it a sin, it's saying he acted in some word they use. I was just like, I didn't read too much up on it because I was just like, I don't want to get consumed with this. I'm just passing through to read it. And I found it very interesting. Like, what do you feel? Do you feel like when a pastor, because I do get, like I said earlier a few minutes ago, they are held to a higher standard. but there still are a human, meaning a man, that sins. That's period. Like, I don't think there's no perfect pastor. I think, to be honest, I think all of them do a little bit of something. They're doing something that, you know what I'm saying? Not to say what it is, picking and choosing of what it is. I just know that they're not perfect because there only was one perfect person. So that's just my thing. And then living down here with sinners in a sinful world, they're bound to do something. Now, does that make it right? No. But every day we have to die to our flesh to try to be better than yesterday. So therefore, if they did do something, whether it was a thought, because what does the Bible say? So if the man thinketh, so is he. So even if it was a lustful thought, whatever it may be, whatever it may be, they have done something. So I don't put pastors in the category, or bishops, or whatever you want to refer to them as, reverends, in where they're perfect, they're never ever going to sin. No, and the thing about it is with this man is that he publicly did this. I mean, we see, like I said a few minutes ago, we see pastors that do stuff in a pulpit. They be up in there running with women. Then they steady be preaching. Ain't sat down, ain't talked to no elder, ain't done nothing, just doing whatever they want to do because they say that's their church. But it's not your church, it's God's church. Nothing belongs to you. Just telling y'all. So, hold on one moment. I do think that, I'm fixing something. I do think that that's a that's a thing. Um, I want to tell y'all something else. Let me see. Look on. And another thing, I was reading one of the comments, and the lady was going on about how his wife had passed away, and it was so this is just of it. They're trying to see when it was done. Like, so a lot of people are speculating that it was a long time ago and something is about to come out about it. So that's why. So there's one lady talking about something. It's an illegitimate child. Girl, that man 990 years old. I don't know how old he is, but I mean, but I think he been that pastor for 49 years, if I'm not mistaken. And like he was married for 50 years or 40, but his wife died, I think, in 19, and he either got married in, I don't know, Google it. But, and my thing is, what I feel like happens to men or anyone, a man or a woman that has been in a marriage for so long that they feel like they can't live without another person. You know what I mean? Like they yearn that companionship. So he didn't have any health issues. So I get, and I think whenever his wife passed, a couple of more of his family members passed, and or something like that. I was reading, and I guess he was going through a hard time. And whoever this lady was, she was there for him. I don't know if she was a member of the church. I don't know, but you'll have to Google that and find that information out because I don't know that part. But I do know that he married. His children was not even happy about it. And I do remember when that, and Priscilla, is it Shivers? That's his daughter, Shivers or something like that. She's a pastor, I think too, but I think they were not happy about it. I think they just had like a little intimate service where they got married, and that was it. But I do feel like when people have been together for so long with someone, they don't even know how to do nothing but be with somebody. So I'm just saying that's probably why he married early, but it wasn't a crime that he married that early. So I don't know, or that soon, shall I say? But I want to talk about that, and of course, I was on another thing, and they was talking about, of course, Pride Month. June was dedicated to Pride, which is the LGBTQ community. They put a name on everything, but homosexuals, same gender lovingness, some are calling now, whatever, lesbian, whatever they call it now, because everything has a different name. But it's their month, and I don't know the history behind it because it's not something that I follow. That's not something that is important to me. I don't know, and I really do not care. And that's just me. So, am I? When is heterosexual month? I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I'll be talking about. That's what aggravates me. Like everything has to have a why. Why? Make sure something. Hold on, y'all.